lower than we'd like for it to be for single family. But condos have now, they're very close to where we'd like the top to be at 9 months. And then when you get into some of the submarkets, Brickell Avenue, I'll say this very quiet. Brickell Avenue is at 20 months because of all the new growth that's happening down there. And so a lot of people haven't really caught on to that yet, but we're already beginning to see rents, take longer, apartments longer to rent. And I think that, we're getting very close to probably those rental prices softening, as well as the sale prices, because the months of supply are up to such a high level. And I've watched this for 40 years, and it never seems to change. I mean, you kind of follow this, prices going up when the months of supply drop below 6 months, prices starting to stagnate, fall once we get too far beyond that 9 months of supply. Now that's for the overall market. When you get in the over $1 million market, flip over to page 4, and look at that real quick. When you get over to the over $1 million market, you can handle more supply. 12 to 15 months is okay. And we've been at that level here for the last couple, 3 years, and now we're seeing those come up as well. Page 4 is the last 12 years. You kind of see from where I took you through that before how this works, so let's flip over to page 5. And then on this page, as you see on the right column, this is again where we need to kind of pay close attention. Our single-family inventory, the blue box at the top of the right column at the bottom, got a 28% increase in inventory in the last 12 months. Actually, it's not even 12 months. It's just we're looking at these last 3 months compared to the last 3 months of last year. 28% increase in inventory. Sales, our condo inventory is up 37%. This is all over $1 million. And then sales of single family are up 6%, but look at the sales of $1 million condos. The number of units down 16%. Now, you have to look at every one of these studies with other studies on the same table. The sales that we're making, finding a house, the sales that we just made over there averaged about $3,500 a square foot. Very high for our market. I think the penthouse was actually $4,500 a square foot. But when we talked about Broward a minute ago, that's what's driving a few even international buyers to Broward, because it just seems like such a great value. Auberge that Related's doing up there. You guys selling that? I don't know who's selling it, but whoever's selling it, I think the first tower's already sold out. Probably it's $1,000 a foot. And so, that was very high for Broward when they first went up there. They were selling things at $700 a foot. And so it's like, how in the world can you get $1,000 a foot until you come back to Miami and say, well, gee, this looks like the same beach and the same ocean. And so it made it pretty simple. So I think Broward's going to go through a revival here, or they already are. And when you look at these numbers for Broward, they're all much higher. The inventories are lower. When I go to our sales meetings up there, everybody's crying for inventory. Does anybody know a house in this particular neighborhood? So I won't go through any more of these numbers, but I want to flip over just to make sure you see it before we leave it. This is on page, page 13. We try to kind of keep up on page 13 with how our prices compare with the rest of the world. We're one of the few places in the world, New York, obviously LA, but there aren't too many places in the U.S. where we have this much international business. So our customers are coming from all these places. So it's nice for us to know kind of how they're seeing us, through what lens they're looking. And as you see those red lines over there, Miami Beach is of course higher than Miami, and Fort Lauderdale a little bit lower. In all cases though, we are so inexpensive. Miami now, we're about $475 a square foot. If you compare that to London, we're about, you can buy like 7 of our downtown condos for the price of 1 in London. You get into even New York, it's about 3 to 1. You get into, Monte Carlo is just unbelievable. The place is very small, but it's like 12 to 1 or 11 or 12 to 1. So, when people come here, even though we have seen some tremendous growth here in the last 4 years, people see us still as a great value. I think, the next page, though, kind of tells you about the currencies that I talked about a minute ago. And, you see every one of these currencies are more expensive today to buy here. From 8 years ago, even Great Britain is 35% more expensive to buy here. And then you look up at Argentina in the top corner, 195% more expensive. So, then we have a little graph down at the bottom that tries to guess at what the value of our properties might have increased, and you couple that with the decrease in the value of the currency, and then you get a whopping increase of a large percentage. Okay, I
stop.